So we finished reading Alice in Wonderland, and once you finish the story, it's a really neat story. You know, it's a fantasy story. There's a lot going on. We talked about some different themes as we went through it. One of them I talked about was a relationship to the COVID-19 pandemic and just how weird things kind of are in our lives. So when you think about follow-up activities that you can do once you're finished reading this book, you can even do it while you're reading it. That's one of them. So just COVID-19 pandemic connections. So you can write about different connections that you noticed to the pandemic. You can write a letter to Alice or to a character in the story. You can ask questions, and you can, things you wonder about, likes or dislikes about what's going on in the story. So those are some things you can put in a letter, and you can talk about your own life, right? You can rewrite a part of the story and include yourself and the other characters. In this story, maybe you want to see yourself with those with that deck of cards out there, playing croquet with the flamingo and the hedgehog, and the knaves. Maybe you want to do that. So you can write yourself into the story. You can also write your own fantasy story, completely separate than this. Use this as kind of inspiration. And then another thing that you can do, there's lots. You can illustrate key scenes from the story. You can go ahead back through your reading notebook. That's part of the reason to keep a notebook. And you'll have, notes or maybe some drawings in there too. Lots of stuff you can do. Those are just a handful of things. So I hope you enjoyed this book. I hope you try some of these other things and share them. And we look forward to the next book.